Bodybuilder in Thailand.com. I was just watching RX Muscle's Iron Rage video from today about the butt injection and butt implant craze. And seeing as I was just in Colombia, I had some thoughts to add to that because in that video, John Romano said that it's a Latin culture thing. And absolutely, wow, was that the first thing that I noticed when I got to Colombia? Because there's women everywhere with these out of proportion huge butts, and some of them are real and then some of them are not. They definitely do have a genetic predisposition in Latin America, especially Central Latin America, for having the big butts and the waist. That like goes to that, like the small upper body that sits on this large stockier lower body. So a lot of Miami population is of that in the US, is of that genetic pool like that, like Nicaragua, Venezuela, Colombia, Panama, Ecuador, those countries, those really have those strong, like hourglass shaped genetics, is what I noticed. It seems to be like a common phenotype among people from those nations. But then the injections, the implants. The implants, probably 1 out of 3 South Americans has got or not South Americans, Colombians. It's probably that high, really, with the women. They've probably really got like 30% of the women over there have got butt implants. I was even seeing it on middle-aged and like slightly elderly women, like, like 55, something like that. So yeah, plastic surgery is big there, but also plastic surgery is big in Asia too. And in the Philippines, I actually dated a girl that had injections in her breasts and in her butt, but I didn't know it until she told me it when I had already been she had already been my girlfriend for a month before I knew. I couldn't tell, and so I asked her, what is it that people are putting in? And the answer was that she told me that her cousin had got hyaluronic acid, which is the stuff that they put in like Botox, but it's a kind that is bonded a little bit differently. It's called a dermal filler. So it's what they inject into your skin to fill it, right? So they inject this other the dermal filler can actually be injected under the skin too, or into the muscle. Hyaluronic acid, like a lot of bodybuilders were actually using this, like that Nick, world-class bodybuilding guy, he sells this for bodybuilders too. He's on YouTube, and he sells this for bodybuilders to inject into themselves, into their muscles. But my girlfriend that I had in the Philippines, her aunt, who was a nurse, injected that stuff into her breasts and her butt, and it was so realistic looking that I had no idea for a month, and I thought they were totally natural. And that worked really well. So anyways, that's a lot of the times. I think Dave Palumbo on his RX Muscle show was saying that it was like implants, but a lot of these girls in South America, it's injections of hyaluronic acid. That's what they're injecting in there. Dan, bodybuilder in Thailand.com.